isn't it? This traditional song titled Kodok Ngorek, or the meaning in English is singing frog, and this traditional musical instrument is Saron. This is one of traditional musical instrument from my beloved country, Indonesia. But this is just the replica of Saron. I cannot bring the original Saron because the original is very big and very heavy. In this occasion, I want to share with you my research about simulating Saron by motion gesture technology. Good morning, dear teachers and friends. Let me introduce myself. My name is Gracesilia. I'm 13 years old student in my second year of Petra III Christian Junior High School, Surabaya, Indonesia. Long time ago, our young generation interested to play with gamelan. Even in the glorious time of gamelan, if someone able to play with this traditional musical instrument, they consider as a well-educated person. But nowadays, our young generation not interested to play with gamelan. Why they not interested? I love music very much, any kinds of music. And one day, I asked my friends to join me play gamelan, but they refused to play with me. They said gamelan was not interesting, and they prefer to play with many kinds of modern technology like this. And from my observation, they also prefer to play with many kinds of modern musical instruments like them. In gamelan, Saron is one of traditional musical instrument in this orchestra. As you can see in this picture, this is the Saron. And in gamelan, there are three kinds of Saron. The first one is Saron Peking, and the second is Saron Barung, and the last one is Saron Demu. In this research, I use Saron Demu. And my problem statement is how to grow a traditional Saron in computation. So, I will make a simulation of Saron to make easier to introduce Saron to our young generation. In this case, I choose motion gesture. Motion gesture is a technology in the computer fields which allows gesture as the input sensor for the program. Motion gesture is very simple because you just make a movement and my program will catch it and producing the tone. This is the workflow of motion gesture. Motion gesture starts with capturing movement using a webcam, and after that, it will transform the movement into cursor and choosing the event. And if my program detects any movement, my program will continue with start the motion, and after that, it will produce the tone. And it will, after it finishes produce the tone, it will go back to capturing movement again. But if my program not detect movement anymore, my program will go back to capturing movement too. This is my research process. Firstly, I record the tone from Saron, so the tone that my program produce will be same as the original ones. And the second, I took the picture of Saron to be used as the target picture in my program. And I also edit the picture to give a better impression, and I made the design of the simulation of Saron, so we can know the hit area in my program. And at last, I create the sensor of my program. This is the essence of my program, and I will explain my coding to you. Firstly, my program will register the items and the events that I use. The items are the movie clips, and the events are my start motion and my stop motion. And after that, in the second picture, this is the sets of the movie clips. For example, if we hit the bar 1, automatically my program will change the variable into 0 number, and the array will call the first array. So it will call the bar 1. After that, my program will choose the motion start event, and in my start motion, the variable will change into 0 number, and the array will call the start bar 1. In the start bar 1, there is an event called play sound. The sound is the tone that I have recorded and registered before. And if there is no movement anymore, my program will choose the motion stop event, and in my stop motion, the variable will change into 0 number, and the array will call the stop bar 1. In the stop bar 1, there is an event like tone alpha. So the tone that my program produce will be disappear. The result of my program is Lupa. In my research, I have made 3 kinds of simulator evolution. This is the first trial of my research. In my first trial, we just make a movement in the air using our finger to play with my program. And in this trial, I have a problem that the light intensity has a great influence. So I made the slide bar so we can adjust the light intensity. But as time goes by, I realized that my programs cannot show the simulation of Saron perfectly. So I made my last trial. In this trial, I made some equipments that we can show the simulation of Saron more similar with the original Saron. The conclusion of my research is the Saron can be successfully simulated by motion gesture technology, and from this research we can make another musical instruments using motion gesture technology. And my future works, first I will make many kinds of musical instruments for one orchestra, so we can play one set of gamelan together using motion gesture technology. If we play it together, the sound will be look like this. And the second, I will make the program online so we can play my program from many places around the world. And the last one, I will make the program for gadgets so it will be more simplified. Okay, that's all of my presentation today. And my last sentence, Saron simulation save our heritage.
Question and answer session.
I just said wow. But you use the sensor for the video here, and you put the sensor of the sounds in your video, right?
Yes.
Okay. But in this your equipment here, when you put this,
Yes.
it is connected with your PC. With
The
program.
movement will capture with this webcam,
Okay.
and after that
Mhm.
it will produce it then.
Okay, just from this side, when put capture here in the picture, then the sensor
Will capture it.
capture it, go
and-
to your program.
Yes.
Oh. Yes.
Next question.
Do you always have to adjust manually the light and the brightness?
Yes. For now, I make the slide bar.
But you have, as an improvement, you take that into account that you could, when the webcam captures it, then the program will adjust it automatically.
In your slide, you show like three different kinds of Saron, and you choose one, which is Saron.
Saron.
Yeah. Why is that?
Oh, because in the case of Saron, there are different to play it. In Saron Peking and Saron Barong, when we play with it, we just make a movement and we must hand the bars. But in Saron Demung, we just make a movement. In this case, is hit the bars and we lift it after that.
So this one is the easiest one.
Yes, for make a simulation.
Yeah, maybe in the future we plan to also. Second question, I still don't understand why the light intensity will affect your capture motion.
Oh, because if the light intensity change automatically, it like my program capture it and transform it like a movement. So the program.
Maybe the camera is not too sensitive. It is very sensitive.
Yes.
What is your plan to increase to solve this problem?
I make the sidebar of the light intensity will automatic, so we can just the automatic program. The program will automatic adjust the light intensity.
Yeah, I think that is very interesting for another application, but I don't know now what kind of application, because the technology is motion gesture. Do you know about this technology for another application, not for the sound simulations?
For this time, I just know this, and in the future I will think about it.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe if we can produce also the sound, but the sound from animal, for example. If we use also for monitoring animal with the sound, and from the gesture technology, motion gesture, maybe can be used also for the protected the home.
Sawah.
I don't know, but
It can be used for conservation. Conservation.
Yeah, I don't know. But really interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting because now for the conservation light, they just use the video, the capture from the camera to check the capture of the animals. If you can took with the capture video with the picture and sound, this is very better. Can use.
Okay. When you say to start with Saron Demung because it's easy, I think I will start with Gong first.
But gong cannot be played by individually.
Yeah.
So I just
Okay. Question from audience. Udah 3 presentasi nih sebelum ada yang nanya. Oke, silakan. Nama, dari sekolah mana, kemudian pertanyaan.
Perkenalkan nama saya.
Boleh berdiri?
Perkenalkan nama saya Jordan, saya dari PKLK. Saya mau bertanya.
Sekolahnya dari mana?
Dari PKLK.
Oh, di kotanya.
Maksud dari
Ini nggak tahu soalnya. Tahu ya PKLK? Oke, silakan.
Ya, saya mau bertanya itu kenapa Anda memilih Saron sebagai alat musik?
sebenarnya kita bisa memilih semua alat musik untuk dijadikan simulasinya. Tetapi saya memilih Saron karena di gamelan alat musik yang bisa dimainkan sendiri itu hanya Saron. Yang lain harus dimainkan bersama.
Atau ada ide lain, alat musik lain gitu selain Saron?
Misalnya buat alat musik sendiri, alat musik yang cuman buat di program itu aja?
Maksudnya
Maksudnya seperti
menciptakan alat musik sendiri. Oh.
Ditantangin.
Ya, itu bisa. Tapi dipikir dulu alat musiknya seperti apa.
Oke, terima kasih. Pertanyaan bagus tuh. Saling mengencourage itu memang inti dari konferensi. Ya, silakan. Nama dan sekolah. Jadi pegang semua. Nama aja deh.
Nama saya dengan Rahman Syukri.
Ya, silakan.
Can we use the application without the picture, and we can draw it by ourselves?
Yes, it can, but I made this picture to show the simulation of Saron more beautiful.
And if we buy the application, can we have the picture as one package?
That's a good idea. So when you download the software, it also comes with the picture, so you can print out.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih banyak Mas Rani. Next question. Ya, silakan.
Okay, my name is Wisnu. I'm from Untitled Chapter High School, Tangerang. Is it possible to make a gamelan orchestra just with picture and video camera?
Yes, it is possible. That is my future works after.
So the rental of the gamelan will be. Is it right? So does it will it be let the what is it? The spiritualism of the gamelan gone, because the things of gamelan make the what is the spirit of that music. I think it will be let the spirit go.
For
Yeah, maybe it's good, but I don't think so to make the motion gesture from gamelan. Maybe for the band, it is more possible. So because what is it? And then what is the functional of is it possible to wayang?
it is possible, but if the light intensity change, the wayang will move by itself.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Actually, one of our students already made this kind of research about wayang on 2012, and he won the special award in Netherlands with that research with wayang, also with motion gesture. So, and your first questions, I think he's afraid that this simulations will replace the real gamelan.
No.
Is that possible?
The simulation just to make our young generation interested. So after they interested, we must introduce the real ones.
So in your opinion, it is more interesting to play the real gamelan than this, right? But for someone who doesn't have gamelan, like in this campus we don't have gamelan.
We can print out it.
Yeah, we can start with this, and then so yeah. Okay, I think it's a good then. Any other question? Okay, thank you very much, Grace.